the metal element. Metal element, we like to start because the metal element is closest to air. And the quickest way to kind of change our energy is through our breath. Think about it. When we are angry, our breath, because we don't want to take in people's perspective when we're angry. When we're sad, we can't, like, our breath changes, right? When we're sad, we got this shallow breath because it's too much, right? We're angry. I don't want to take you in, right? The quickest way to change your energy is to change your breath. That's why when you are feeling angry, take a long, slow breath. Metal element works with fall. Metal element has to do with our nose and smell, our skin. The metal element holds, when it's out of alignment, our depression, our sadness, our grief. But when it's aligned, it's also our inspiration, our courage, and our confidence. The lungs take in the energy and extract the energy from the breath. So the lungs are taking in the energy and taking in the breath and extracting the energy so that it can be grasped by the kidneys. Yeah.
It was depression, sadness, and grief, and what was the positive things?
Inspiration, courage, and confidence. Think about how you feel when you take a big open breath, right? This big open breath. Oh, that feels good, right? But you can tell posture. When people's posture shows a lot about what's going on in our subconscious. If you see somebody doing this with the posture, they're trying to make themselves small. If you see somebody doing this with their posture, they're sad. If you see somebody, their leg moving, they're picking their fingers, they're looking at the door, they're in a flight pattern, right? Our posture influences a lot of what we do. You can also use your posture to influence your subconscious. That's actually a trick of manifestation. Think about what you want. I'm going to say you just want to be happy. Well, what is somebody who's happy? What do they walk like? What do they talk like? What do they sit like? Right. And then you can start mirroring your posture to what you want. Even if your bully mind's going, this is BS. What are you doing? Your subconscious doesn't know any better. So you can use your breath to influence your emotional state. If I'm feeling angry, I'm going to take a big, long, slow breath in. My subconscious is going to go, oh, it's okay. Right? Deep breathing is the first component of creating an energy flow. Oxygen helps process blood sugar into fuel. Lungs are the largest organ of elimination. They actually eliminate 70% they detox from our body, our lungs. So when metal feels out of balance, we're going to feel stuck. We're going to be holding on to the past. We're going to have difficulty releasing attachments. We're going to have boundary issues. We're going to hold our grief there. Very often I'll ask people in my Reiki sessions, like, okay, where do you hold your sadness? It's almost always here. Sometimes I'll be giving Reiki to people. I'll be like, I don't know how you've been breathing. Like, that is heavy. That was heavy stuff on your chest, but it's in our lungs. So it's the lungs and the large intestine are the paired organs. The color is white. Now, the lungs also impact our immune system. So if we're talking about medical Qigong and you're having, if you're moving into the winter, right, you might want to do more movements to bolster up the metal element because you want your immune system to be functioning properly. So this movement that I'm going to teach you today, this healing sound we're going to learn today for the metal element, you can use, hey, like if I'm not feeling well, I can start moving energy out of my lungs. I'm going to start bolstering and bringing this high vibrational white light back down into the lungs. We fill the yin organ and it spills over into the yang organ. So we focus more on the yin organ. The yin organ would be for the metal element, our lungs. Our lungs fill with the yin, spill over into the large intestine, which is the yang. Okay. Any questions about the metal element before we do a little meditation on it? Okay. So what I'm going to have us do is we're going to learn a movement called Buddha holds up the earth. It's a Qigong movement. Rita, you are an expert at this. This is one of the ones I like to do to clear. And so what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you this movement, but I'm going to have us drop into a little bit of a meditation before we do this movement, just to access where we might be holding our grief, where we might be holding our sadness, where we might be holding our heaviness. But essentially what you're going to do is we're going to breathe up, and you're going to bring your palms to your lungs, right? And you're going to breathe up, and when you get to about your chin, you're going to spiral up on the inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring the energy back to the lungs and back down. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. Okay, everybody got that movement? Inhale up, exhale down. And so we're going to drop into a little bit of a meditation, and then we're going to start doing that, and we're going to add a sound. The sound is like a snake. And you do the healing sound on the exhale. So, and when you come down, you're going to picture white light coming into your lungs. But I'm going to walk you through it. So let's just sit for a moment, take a deep breath, and I want you to focus on any sadness you might be feeling, any heaviness you might be feeling. And it's okay if it's not necessarily in your lungs, but we're going to use the lungs to clear it. So just kind of come in contact. Maybe you recall a time where you felt a sadness. And just notice where it is in your body. And now we're going to just start bringing, on an inhale, bring the palms up, spiraling up into the sky. And what I want you to do, and you can hold your arms up there for a second, what I want you to do is I want you to just picture moving that energy. And now on an exhale, we're going to bring them back down, and we're going to go. We're going to inhale up, clearing, sending it up into the higher realms. Exhale, white light coming down into the lungs. Inhale, moving up. Exhale. We're just going to do it at your own pace, following your breath, but let's just do a couple more movements. It's almost like we're taking that congested energy out of the lungs, any gray, and sending it up to the higher realms. And then exhale, bringing that high vibrational white light back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And beautiful. How'd you guys feel moving that energy, right? So what you're going to be doing with the lungs is you're going to be just picturing Buddha holds up the earth. Think about it. Buddha's just sending the energy up. And then exhale, we're bringing that beautiful white light back down, filling our lungs with courage and inspiration, moving that heavier, denser energy from the lungs. Any questions about the metal element? No? Yeah.
Tell me how the color relates to white with the
Well, so white is,
the white light.
white holds all color. Mm-hmm. So what the lungs are doing is they're grasping energy. So they're bringing in white light. And as that white light makes its way through the energy field, the spleen is actually what breaks the white color down into the colors the body needs. So the lungs are holding all the energy. We're grasping, we're bringing in the energy into the lungs, and it's just pure white light, all right? Now,